One of the most powerful Chichewa words I learned this week is Odi, which roughly translates to knock knock.
Odi! Odi!
Henry announced himself at the home of Smart and his wife in Jonathan Village. They exchanged small talk for a minute, and then Henry asked if they had heard about a new HIV test they could take in their home. The young couple said they heard something about a new test, but didn't know much else. What they did know is that it would be a 5 to 6 hour walk each way for them to be tested at the nearest hospital, and when they got there, there'd be long lines. Men won't wait in those lines, they tell me, and men are often ashamed to queue up with women, so they simply don't go. Henry is handsome and confident. At just 19 years old, he's built great trust in his community through his role as a health worker. Using a simple poster with graphics and directions in English and Chichewa, he talks to people about the benefit of knowing their HIV status. It turns out they need little convincing. Instead, he's met with enthusiasm, and the demand is growing by the day. His work is part of a larger global effort, the first AIDS-free generation. And to get there, we have some pretty aggressive goals.
What they call the 90 targets. The first 90 is about people knowing their HIV status. And today, in Africa, only half the people on this continent know their HIV status. And that is a long way off from the target of 90%. And we want to reach that target in 4 years, by 2020.
But what got us here won't get us there. We won't meet these ambitious goals doing only what we've been doing. That's where self-testing comes in. So Unitaid, PSI, and partners are doing something novel, turning the market for HIV testing on its head. We've gotten a portion of the population to testing centers, but what do we do with the others? Those in remote areas, those who fear the prick of a needle, those experiencing stigma, those who fear being spotted at a testing center. The answer? Remove the needle, make it a simple oral swab, and bring the test to them. And make it free, easy to use, completely confidential, and engage village chiefs and trusted members of the community to build demand and explain how the simple test works. Later in the day, I sat with another couple, Matilda and Gilbert, as Henry explained the test. We took it together and got our results in 20 minutes. Had we tested positive, Henry would have explained what to do next and how to access treatment. For Gilbert, who is 37 and had never been tested before, it made all the difference in the world that he and Matilda could test together in their home. The real goal of the project is to get people on treatment.
Malawi has taken the approach of test and treat. So with the coming in of self-testing is quite important because one would want to test as many people as possible.
In Zimbabwe, where Unitaid and PSI are running a parallel project, initial results show that people really like this test.
In Zimbabwe, we distributed 8,500 HIV self-test kits in 4 communities in just 2 weeks through 80 community-based distributors. HIV self-testing uptake was very high, especially amongst men. 60% of the male population in these communities were reached with HIV self-testing. HIV self-testing helped also previously undiagnosed HIV positives to find out about their status and to be linked into healthcare facilities to take up treatment and antiretroviral therapy.
It's now our job to do what Henry is doing, to say OD at the door of government donors and policymakers and ask them if they too have heard of this new innovation and how they can incorporate it into their HIV portfolio.